When we founded this organisation 10 years ago, we had no idea that its 10th anniversary would coincide with the 800th anniversary of Magna Carta. But it's a happy coincidence, as we're trying to do everything we can to help strengthen access to justice and the rule of law throughout the world. What we're going to do in this film is try and explain how we do it, because we depend absolutely on the support of others to achieve this aim. Its purpose is to distribute as widely as possible across the world textbooks and other legal materials setting out what the law of England is on various subjects. English law is the foundation of the legal systems of many countries in the world, even those that were not part of the Commonwealth. It underpins prosperity, strengthens democracy, and we're anxious to make available that law through its textbooks to as many people as possible to strengthen their legal systems, hence their prosperity and their democracy.
The ILBF is run by a board of 9 trustees and by an operating committee which is slightly larger. For me, one of the best things about the ILBF is the very efficient way in which it operates. We spend almost no money on ourselves here in the UK. Practically every penny we raise is used to ship books abroad to where they're most needed. Our structure is very informal indeed, and so since we started 10 years ago, a very large number of people have been associated with us one way or another, volunteering, being members of our operating committee, being our trustees, and even now becoming our patrons.
The ILBF's really lucky to get book donations from a really wide variety of sources. Lots of law firms of all different sizes right across the country, chambers, individual solicitors, courts and tribunal services, local authorities. So many different people give us lots of different legal texts. On a typical packing day, volunteers come to one of the storage spaces where they unpack books that have been donated and stamp with the ILBF logo books which are then sent on to recipients across the globe. Bibi, our shipping partner, then takes them off so that they can start their journey towards the recipients. Today we're in the City of London packing books destined for Uganda and Kenya, there to support the African Prisons Project, and in particular 20 prisoners and prison staff who are starting their legal studies really soon and who urgently need textbooks to support that.
In 10 years of operation, the ILBF has been able to send over 25,000 books to over 100 organisations in 40 different countries. They range from Asia to Africa to Europe, Caribbean and the Pacific. The different organisations that have benefited from the books are access to justice programmes, pro bono groups, law libraries and prison libraries, and they all support legal education. One of the things that these organisations do is support rule of law programmes, and they give public access to their libraries. There's no better way to understand the impact of the organisation on the recipients except to hear from them themselves. In the next part of the film, we will hear a little bit more about the impact that these books have had on them.
The books from the UK are very important to us because they assist us in our research, in getting the best practices for us to be able to reform and revise and update our laws.
The impact of the books from the UK is that now we have got more resources, more reference material, and the impact that I can mention, which has been notable and visible, and is that there has been an increase, a rapid increase in the number of users of the library in the Ministry of Justice because of the donation that we received at the beginning of February this year.
In the recent past, LGIS has been known for its high failure rate. But one reason that has always been cited is that it has no legal information resources, not enough legal information resources. So this donation has gone a very long way to deal with that problem and reduce the failure rate.
Books like the Law of Trust, the 6th edition, really helped us with our research.
This book right here, which is one of the donations that we received, Constitutional and Administrative Law, this book is used so many times in our research when it comes to judicial review proceedings, and it has beefed up our reasoning, our legal reasoning. It has beefed up our resources, and it has helped us to successfully contest cases.
This is the only institution in the country that provides professional legal training for lawyers that are intending to practice law in Uganda. On the other hand, graduate law schools are increasing. So the implication is that as time goes, we'll keep having more and more students, which has resource implications on this institution.
The campus library here, but no other law library. Lawyers as well as the law students, it is very essential campus. These books are essential for our students. They have to come here, and because there are so many important books also. And in this way, they will be good lawyers as well as afterward good justice also.
Law books from the UK will always be important to Malawi because, as I said, being a former British colony, we adopted the English law. As such, we have a system which we adopted wholesomely, but it was not adopted together with materials. So we have got a system that has got no resources. But now things are improving. If these donations continue to reach other public institutions, these books in these public institutions will significantly equip the young lawyers that are training in there to help in the jurisprudence of our country, so that Malawi should have a strong legal system, because we all know development of any country depends to a large extent on the strength of a legal system.
You've now heard about the work we do. It all started off in a very modest way, but over the last 10 years we've built a really strong organisation, helped by the legal publishers who've been very important, judges, and above all the professions. I very much hope that over the next 10, 20, 100 years we will be as strong, but that depends on two things. First, more organisations learning of our work, and secondly, others supporting it to the greatest extent they can. Thank you very much.